Good morning, my name is James McQueen, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to our 7th annual RPS Property Summit. Our goal today, as in years past, is to bring together our clients, our partners, industry stakeholders for meaningful dialogue on the residential real estate market, including trends, issues, and of course its future.
What I want to do this morning is talk a bit about the public policy framework. And we are at a particularly interesting time in real estate, but I want to talk a bit about what's happening in the political sphere here in Ontario and in the city of Toronto, and what that may mean for your business and real estate as a whole.
Today with us, we have three top economists within our industry, and we're so privileged and honored that all three of you have been available to join us today.
I think that we'll probably see a market on stable ground in the short run. It wouldn't be surprised to see a bit of a recovery in the second half of this year in terms of activity. Prices will lag a bit. I think prices generally across Canada will be moving sideways.
I would suggest that the detached market is still trying to find its equilibrium, and it is still trying to adjust to all these policy changes with the new tighter mortgage rules loaded on top. And I don't know that we have found that equilibrium point yet for the detached market.
If you look at the interest rate sensitivity of a rising rate environment, it does suggest that income's going to be diverted. Our estimates about for Canada, 100 basis point rise in interest rates, debt servicing costs go up by about $1,000, and that varies a bit. Alberta is surprisingly the most sensitive interest rates, which may explain some of the softness we're still seeing in the Alberta housing market.
This is a great panel. I would estimate that between us here, there's over 100 years of experience in the mortgage industry, so you can expect some good things from this panel today.
There is a large market segment that could have been funded. In 2017, all of that stuff was funded, whether it's through a MIC or through the banks under B20, because it did qualify. Now, it's not in 2018. If there is ways to make money and there's sufficient capital and the risk reward is in place, someone will step in. They always do.
The good mortgage brokers, the good mix, the good everything, investors that are out there, they're very much looking at an exit strategy, affordability, how can you make this payment? You still want to see how these people are going to make payments. It may just not be through traditional terms.
We've seen on the private side, probably right now, the best quality borrower that we've ever seen.
I understand that there's some concern that consumers won't change their habits as interest rates rise. But I think we would see experientially that's just not the case. Across the last 15 years, even as debt has been increasing, but interest rates have been coming down, people have been managing their budgets almost at a rock solid steady 14% of their income services their debt.
Digital is definitely here. So the question is no longer whether customers want to use digital tools. It's now a question of when, why, and how.
I've been in this business for some period of time, and I've seen many technologies be introduced to the marketplace. They all follow a similar pattern, and blockchain is no different. When you initially see a new technology, you think about what is this and how can it be applied to what I know and what I do today. I do believe that potentially digital identity may be the killer app for blockchain.
As far as entrepreneurship, I would say our goal culturally, and Dave is a very outspoken advocate for this, which is we want everybody within the company to be an entrepreneur and bring their inner entrepreneur out in the things that they do.
We have some interesting partnerships that we're looking at right now that are really outside of the spectrum of anything really related, and that's the Weight Watchers of the world, who have been able to fundamentally shift behavior. And when it comes to financial well-being, which is what we care very much about, we know we need to change behavior, because education alone and tools alone is not going to be enough.
We appreciate your support year after year. We'll look forward to seeing you guys all next year. Thank you again.